Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday afternoon. Or is it Tuesday? No, it's Monday. And I just wanted to show you the latest upgrade on the Salsa Journeyman. Yep, I told you I was going to do it. I put a fabric saddle on it. This fabric saddle is literally 200 grams lighter than my previous saddle, which was the Volt by WTB. Also, just look at the size difference, man. I mean, nice and stiff where it needs to be, flat and long at the tip, not this big bulge here. It's just perfect, man. So as you're sliding up and down, since I don't have a dropper post, I have to move my body up and down and slide efficiently on the bike in order to, you know, get over some obstacles. So that's the upgrade on the bike. I have another comment. A subscriber, Matthew. If you go with a drop bar on this bike, keep in mind this top tube's longer than the top tube on the drop bar bike for significant reasons. And the most important reason is because these bars are flat. So with a drop bar bike, your hand position's way out here. So there's a big gap here. Now, if you use the same exact frame and you put a drop bar on it, your hands are really going to be stretched out. So unless you have a really long torso, which most guys do, most men have a longer torso than their legs, it'll work. But if you don't have a longer torso and you have shorter legs, kind of like me, then chances are it's not going to work. So be careful. Now, you could do something like a stubby stem, half of this length, but when you do that, your turning radius, everything's going to change a lot. So just be real careful with that as well. Short stubby stems are really designed for mountain bikes and flat bars. They're really not designed for road bikes. And the Journeyman is an all-road bike, gravel bike / tour, whatever you want to do with it. But you got to be careful because this bike was engineered for a flat bar, whereas the drop bar bike was engineered for a drop bar bike. And your best thing to do is go on salsa.com, and they're going to tell you exactly the dimensions, everything from every frame size. So it's a perfect resource to go to really, really get the facts before you make a buying decision and get a frame and a bike that you intend to use as a drop bar, but in reality, it wasn't really designed for that. The other thing, buddy, look at the cost of the handlebars, look at the cost of the gears, because you're going to have to get the Sora or whatever you end up getting, but it's got to be compatible with your 9-speed group set. So it ends up costing, I don't know what Sora goes for right now, and I guess around the $200 range for the shifter. So you got to be real careful. So unless you got all the equipment and you're just doing a swap, it shouldn't be a costly decision. But if you don't have all that stuff, you got to think it all out, man. Think it all out before you do it. And they're hydraulic disc brakes, so you don't have to worry too much about modulation and things of that nature. I'm sorry, they're not hydraulic disc brakes. They're manual disc brakes. So they're mechanical, I should say. So be careful with that too. And hopefully everything works out. Let me know how the swap goes, or let me know if you stuck with flat bar. Like I've said before, and I'll say it a million times, I prefer my drop bar bike, but man, I'm having a blast on this flat bar bike simply because it just keeps, I remember my past when I first rode mountain bikes, and I was riding a rigid frame with a rigid fork, and how much fun I used to have on that very simple design. Okay guys, enough of me rambling on. Get out and ride, guys. The weather's beautiful today.